Hey, good morning, folks. Gonna go ahead and get started here in just a quick couple minutes. Finishing up last little bit of moving things around, getting windows organized, etc. And we're gonna go ahead and hop into the room we're part of and go through and do our live prep as usual. Focus on volatility, so UVXY VIX. Then we'll move over to SPY, Qs, and after that we'll move over into the indices, ES, NQ, RTY, YM, and we'll wrap it up with CL and GC. Maybe not all exactly in that order, but that is the general plan for the day. So be just another minute and we'll be kickstarting here on live. Hey, good morning. Uh-oh.
Good morning, sir.
There you are, man. How's it going?
Fantastic. Yourself?
Good. You finally went to bed, I presume.
Kind of hard to, man. Seeing some of these setups, dude. You doing well?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
What's up?
Flipping through things this morning, so.
Did you get some good sleep last night?
I did. You jinxed it though with talking about these weird dreams and stuff the other night. Like, woke up
No
like
one.
2 or 3 times. Like, I'm serious. Like, I haven't had any kind of like weird things. Like, 2 or 3 times last night. It's like, oh shit, I'm late. Like, I'm running through the airport with guys that I work with, and like we're running and kind of moving along, and then I start walking, and then I start sprinting for some dumbass reason. Like, what are we doing? It's like,
Maybe that's a little clue for you to slow down a bit.
yeah. I guess I was anxious to get here and start this morning. Maybe that's it.
Hey, alright. Good sign today will be a beautiful day.
Yes.
I know.
Yeah, it was interesting. It's already removing. I don't think I got all of them, but it's already removing a bunch of the hypos from yesterday. It's amazing how like some of the zone, like we didn't finally tag that upper edge as ES until late last night, but like I think volume was half of what it was yesterday compared to Tuesday. So it just took forever to get there. Anywho.
You finally got ChatGPT doing what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
I saw the newsletter.
Yeah. Thanks. Appreciate that. Yeah, it I asked it on Tuesday, like, hey, let's write about CPI. And then every single time I wanted to talk about something last night, it's like, Oh, and here's what CP. I'm like, no, that was the day before.
Yeah, I was laughing my ass off yesterday when you always say that. You always
Hey,
say
what was worse is it'd say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I won't talk about CPI," and then it would, start writing up the newsletter thing, and like, and so for CPI today, like, oh. Anywho,
I really get it.
I was thinking to start off with VIX, UVXY, and then flip over to the SPY Qs, and then go over into the indices,
Let's
and
do it.
finish up with gold and oil again. I haven't looked at them
Alright.
today. Gold's still kind of holding that, saying would be interesting. Anywho, so VIX still kind of holding that ABCD down pattern. Outside of this one here, I think it's pretty clear.
Oh, yeah, we're directly on that zone where we talked about yesterday, dude.
Yep.
So much hold.
I think this was probably the clearest when I flipped through things this morning a little bit. Not a whole lot to even mark up or talk through, really. You got this guy here at the highs. You got, full ADRs there, depending upon how we open, which will be. Actually, I don't know if I'd care about this, because if we continue pushing, then the full ADRs are going to slide up, and they'll probably more closely align with this block here. And you almost just treat it like that. The photo ADRs won't be here, but you'll still have your 20 in supply and demand. I don't think I'd go any lower than that. Worry about it. Did you worry about TSRP?
Well, just given the nature of yesterday, so like gap down and then it was just very weak. Able to actually give a nice chunk. I would probably, yeah, look at that. And of course, definitely trend guide, especially given since we flipped again. So this is the second day.
Correct.
Trend guide.
Correct. It's had 2 consecutive days where R1 has been trend guide.
Got it.
And we're still in the first week where we flipped the weekly trend guides. And given its weakness, I may flip them back.
Yeah, I mean, we flipped on the daily for not even that long.
No. SPY. Can't believe today's already Thursday.
Right?
No, I'm not gonna. Alright, and then let's take a quick look at UVXY. Its zones are going to be super small because it's just got no range again. Oops. I don't have to click there, I gotta click over here. too painful. So that ABCD is still kind of in play and valid there. And for those that don't, it points way down there. Where's it at this morning? It's at 473, so it hasn't really moved from close. Kind of surprised it's already picked up this as a potential supply. I guess it's because it had a touch there. Interesting. Alright, so we're going to mark up a couple extras here. Looks wide, but it's only 14 cents there. That's pretty much it, I think, on UVXY. Like, I don't know there's a whole lot else there, especially with how small this range is. That'd be a massive move if it did do something like come all the way down here, but that's where it keeps setting up too. I mean, on this higher time frame ABCD and on this guy over here too.
I'm not liking those RSIs.
Where? On this screen or on yours?
Yeah, on that one. Yours.
These are the symmetrical extremes.
Oh, so we're back already?
Yeah. Yeah, so 20-day SE is back into kind of the minimum tier is the white line, and then 50-day is already back to the average. And then from an ADR percentage perspective, like, we couldn't even get them above the minimum yesterday, which is what that white line is, and the orange is kind of what the average is, and then the reds are the different extremes that are mapped out. Is it?
The majority of the time, UVXY is just in, let's say like a buy-side symmetrical extreme, and then every once in a while, we have upticks to the sell side, and it's just like very short term.
Yep.
Very short term. Very interesting.
Very much. All right, let's pull up and look at SPY. Find it over here.
So you still long, or did you close everything?
I closed. Yeah, I don't see anything. I mean, I've got a swing AV WAP lower at 4150, which is also the same spot as the OPEX cheat. That's all right. I mean, I took off a couple when we were up at when we tagged the quarterly trend guide, weekly trend guide reversal last night.
You flipped right on at the open, the Bullish open, or what?
No, I flipped shortly. Actually, on that when I tried the short there at the close, and I think got maybe 2 points, 3 points. Took off one just because it's like I just don't trust this. And then when it started to just hold off of the overnight high and start to flip back, it's like, no, forget this. So I just reversed and left it there.
Oh.
And then I set OCOs and went to bed. After I argued with ChatGPT to stop writing about CPI, of course. Okay, so ABCD still looks like a potential there. This flag piece can go away from the top because we're breaking the highs there. Depending upon where we open this, yeah, may very well be in range up at the 420s. And then you got structure actually up there at that 419, 421 level. If we were to do that, and then the end of week sheet's actually just above here at 418. What's the econ for tomorrow again? I wonder if we do a push today and then pull tomorrow. Tomorrow is nothing. Yeah, France's CPI for year over year, and then Barkin at 8:30 is talking, and I have no idea what the hell this 10 a.m. U.S. leading index thing is. Our boy Walter Bloomberg's falling down. He's not giving us the details. Let's drag that up there. I think I'd anchor, and we dipped below this. We closed above, but I think I would attach a VWAP there, which is already picked up anyways, but just so it's on this chart for tomorrow. I don't think this one's really that hard.
No.
I would pull off this VWAP here though on the day side. Anchored from the highs over here has just been over it's too many times.
Yeah, I took mine off.
So it should be pretty straightforward. You've got this guy, which really, if we decide to come up there, again, we're already pretty much at 414. This wouldn't be unheard of, $5-6. You could treat that as the div and then kind of watch. Watch for that. And then 417.39, I can't scroll back in the daily because I'm in light chat now, but that tied back to some structure a while ago, back in probably August.
419?
417.
Yeah, you're right. So, so 417. I got, it's June, or July, sorry. June, July,
So I would treat that as a zone. You've got this, you have that old structure, you have this stuff, this recent stuff here where we couldn't get any bars above on a 60-minute perspective, and then monthly trend guide reversal. And take that out, and now you're into open space with just the end of week sheet there, the ABCD term. Photo ADRs will be somewhere up in this area with full above and the gap fill. And so really, if it doesn't stop here, then it's just where's breadth going to take it?
Agreed.
So next up would be the Qs. Same thing, this guy is no longer valid or good. Probably do the same thing here given the gap down yesterday. This kind of seems to be invalid now. And this is definitely trash. I didn't notice that yesterday. We pretty much held that day VWAP yesterday to the tick.
Yeah.
I have to tell my son, hey man, your birthday's saving the markets, keeps holding everything up. Alright, so 310, 311 is this first area here, which takes us back to some structure here, but then also that's back in September with, oh, September's back there too, okay. Imagine, I know these patterns we were joking about last night never play out, but like think it probably on a weekly. This is probably set in like it could be some big cup.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that.
It doesn't really because of this pop right here, but that's actually interesting there too. It's coming into this secondary VWAP here at the lower high back in December. So that's up at 311. That's interesting. That's actually right up here in this zone here, which is where we rejected the last 2 weeks.
You get a nice pullback from it, so I wonder now if we have some steam to go through it.
Yeah. Yeah, we came back a good bit there. It was up 311 all the way back to 296, it looks like. Yeah, I mean, maybe we do set up for this kind of that bigger move up to WTGR3. Maybe not this week, maybe into the next. Maybe $11. Although crap, looking at full ADRs is all the way up here at quarterly trend guide. I still think it's pretty straightforward though for this one today. I probably just treat that as one. Treat that as one. probably would keep an eye out for that div, and then this zone here. If we lose that, we're toast.
I wonder if we open around trend strength reference point, if we could get some 0 days for TGR there with the completion of that short time frame ABC.
Yeah, look at the 312s. Actually, you probably just look at the 311s, depending upon where we're at. I mean, it looks like we're gonna keep pushing.
Wouldn't be a bad try.
No. So this, I said we're gonna treat this as one zone.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you, but on SPY and QQQ 450s, they have a shorter time frame trend line from the recent low on February 10th, and then it just catches that other little shorter time frame low, and today it matches up with today's trend guide. Yes, sir.
Nice.
So whatever that's worth.
Right, well, that will put some extra evidence, because right now, the trend guide is just all by itself here. I mean, you could say there's some stuff here, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah.
We've had a bunch of candles just push right through, so that's where I am. I mean, it's there. If we come down and break, though, I'd probably look for us to at least tag either the end of week Dottie or come down and grab this swing VWAP WPP.
Good morning, GP. Nice to see you here, sir.
We're not playing his kind of music. I guess he won't come talk to us.
Speaking of the music, you play the same music every day?
I have like 60 songs on Starred on YouTube that are free. Like you can play them and it doesn't, you don't have to worry about royalties. You don't have to worry about copyright or anything else. So I just...
Got you. Alright. So I heard the little beat. I was like, that seems so familiar. And I feel like you played that one before.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Alright, so that's those ones. Let's flip over to ES. Liking that I GE'd that. It's down 3 points from where I said nope.
Good call.
Alright, so here's ES. Where's the ADRs on the upside here? Oh wow, they're still way up there. Okay. Oh, do we have to break higher here? Sorry, this is my anal retentiveness here. So that was 4168.5. 68.25, yeah. This was the div there. Was EU? That was after EU Open, actually. So that'd be a nice swing view up there, just kind of joining up with TSRP.
Right.
Dottie's joined TG damn near to the tick. It's not too bad. And just
You know what's interesting?
Hmm.
Also, so you know that trend line that we took out from, oh no, we had already breaking it up, but it would be testing it from above.
This one here.
I still had my trend line, yeah, something like that, but we had a bunch of wicks above that. Put it like where, down to the other two candles to the left.
Oh, so you originally had it there before we had the CPI spike.
Right. I mean, it goes further. It starts up on the second, February 2nd. So you got 3 touches off of that. But I mean, it's just very cooked there right now. But it just, I forgot to clean my chart up, and I'm just noticing that.
You had it here, though, you said?
Something like that. It's because I'm looking at a 4-hour chart.
Ah, okay.
Cleaning it up right now.
Well, obviously, the lower the better. It'd be nice for getting along back.
Agreed.
I don't see any other ABCDs. I mean, this could have set up, but with just the way, to me, this is pulling back off the 1 hour. Like, we set up for something like that later, maybe. But it doesn't line up with anything unless you pull all the way back here. Well, that's a massive retrace. That'd be more than even a 61.8 type of.
Would you draw one from the 10th low to the 14th high over there? The big wick? Yeah, and then that low from the same day. It's just above Dottie's. On my chart here, I have a gap fill and also an NV clock there as well.
Yeah, I don't have the NB box on, but yeah, I mean,
slightly below WR2, and there's also some structure 4236.
I mean, at least to me, I wanted, because the way that this is pulling back here, like that, to me, it's just kind of, and then the way this one came up and then pulled back, like, at least in my mind, I don't like drawing the. That's definitely the subjective piece for that part. That's just how I see that one, but that doesn't mean that's right. Like,
I appreciate it. That's why we do this.
yep. Now what you do, I think maybe, let's see.
Yeah, man, the Dotties and the swinging could look very nice right now because you touched it.
You potentially have something like that, right, where
Mm-hmm.
I didn't turn on my connect the dot things. And what's interesting, like, I mean, this 4120 area just keeps, like, tons of wicks, you know, here through 4128 and stuff. Again, yesterday, like, this was kind of like the pro div to wipe people out and then just immediately go back. But it's got to hold. If it this doesn't hold, man, we're down. I think that's how I would look.
I agree with you, bro.
Question is, you treat this as one bigger zone. Actually, 4128 to 4119. And capture or treat it as two, because what you could potentially do is do you know.
Yeah.
So treat it as two, probably. This would be massive. That'd be 120 points for the day. That's the look. That's a big one there with Dave VWAP. This is a massive zone. Took us a day and a half to finally get. And those have actually slid down there now. Well, it's good. I can see that the that code's working, because the photo ADRs have slid down since this was updated over an hour ago.
Nice.
All right. Hard low look. Yep. I'll post this over here too. Prep for Thursday, Feb 16th. I'll leave that part out. Okay, so then next we got NQ, who's trying to hold. It's already at TSRP zone. I have a bigger kind of TSRP on NQ here this morning. Well, that pulls up. I'm going to step out of the room real quick and make sure that people are up, because I don't hear anybody moving.
All right.
Stay out. No puppy. Yep. Nobody, well, only one of the three were moving. Alright, so what do we have here for NQ? A potential trend line.
had an ABCD shorter time frame drawn, and it was basically to take at the UVXY there.
Would you have it like from?
From February 14 low, the shorter time frame high, and then the little higher low off of yesterday. No, the other one, because that's going backwards. So it would be, I mean, you had the right candle. It was at,
That's not going backwards. That's forward. The bar.
no, 3. Oh, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's going forward a bar.
From the 10 a.m. low to the high at 4.
Yep, there's one bar, and there's the second bar. So you had it coming over to this one here.
Yes, sir.
Hey. And then off of this guy, yeah. Oh, I'm glad, really glad I took that off. Well, I kind of like, I mean, it got pushed below here on this bar for this trend line, but then it's kind of held these ones, obviously touched here off of Tuesday's CPI, and it would be just classic for NQ too if we decided to, if we do decide to come down and take out trend guide, overshoot, close off the photo ADRs, hit this trend line, and then start to pull back, or push back I should say. Yeah, I'm starting to see more creep towards the lower end.
Google's already there. Each of the different 22nd day could be up to 50.
Yep, Nvidia's way down there.
XLK is arriving. SMH is there. That's just very inside.
Yeah, I don't have any. I just am glancing here at this on mine, and I mean it's most things. Yeah, you're right. I mean they're just kind of right in the middle, except for Tesla. It's in its own little world again. It's closer to TGR than anything else. Well,
Yeah.
sans copper.
I like this TSRP because of the on SPY as well, because that's a QR1.
Yeah.
I love the BTS though. You had your son wash the car yesterday?
No, I did not. It was pretty late for him. I did not have him go do that. You don't have a friend named that. Yeah, man. Like, here, look. You just made that up. That's a fake chat. Come on. You think I have time for that?
They don't know anything from you anymore.
No, I've gotten them so many times. That son is the one that for his golden birthday we took a cruise, and we were sitting in the hotel room. And I'm like, what's that? Oh, it's a boat. Oh, that's a cruise ship. Oh, that looks so fun. Yeah, we'll go on one again. You know, like we did for your brother's, birthday. We'll go on one for yours at some point. And then later the day we start walking over, like, well, hey, let's just go look at the ship. Why are we taking all our suitcases with us? Well, we got to check out of the hotel. We're going somewhere else. And why are we in line? Oh, I just want to see. I think I've got a special pass to get on and look around.
You believed the whole way?
Yeah. He was 10. Man, he was 10, so.
Oh, man. That's very sweet, dude. That's awesome. Pretty sure you had a blast.
Oh, he had a great time.
That's good.
Yeah. NQ looks, this zone here I don't know I like as much that it carved up. I mean, I'd kind of ignore that one and just treat this one here and just pull it down maybe a little bit to capture the wicks and stuff overnight and treat it like that.
I like that.
Man, this WPP zone, if we don't hold that, like, I mean, there's definitely structure and stuff in through here, but I mean, that's a lot of open space below WPP, supply and demand, full ADRs. Speaking of which, I'm going to pull this over to you real quick and check it out for us. Come on, there you go. Good job. And Q. Today's Thursday. Man, that's massive. 290 since really kind of the beginning of the year. Up through 4 something. And we skipped over ES actually. So ES Thursdays 60 to 95. And what have we been averaging lately? I think it's been about 80, 60, no, 60s, 67, 66, 48 yesterday. I've already done 22 today. And then while we're in here, let's just double check and glance at RTY and YM so we don't have to come back and look. 40 to 50. YM 350 to 650. Man, those are massive. I gotta update this weekend. I didn't get time last weekend. CL 2.25 to 430. How about gold? $27 to 40. And it keeps hanging out around that zone, that low of the zones yesterday. They couldn't even get above turn strength reference point last night, overnight. Alright, so NQ, I think it's not terribly bad actually to mark up. It's actually a similar thing on the upside. If we take out TGR, you got a lot of open space.
So you wouldn't see that zone where the dotties are for today with the OPEX.
Yeah, I mean, upside, I mean, you could,
Photo ADRs.
yeah, I mean, the upside, it potentially go like that.
Okay.
And I'd actually probably, just knowing NQ, would probably even treat it more like that. So I expect the photo ADRs, if we keep sliding down, those photo ADRs will probably actually, they may just come and line up with this. And if we don't hold that trend strength annual pivot stuff here, right, come down 100 plus points, which will bring photo ADRs down into TGR, and then this becomes a lot less relevant. Now maybe actually full could slide down into here if we decide to pull back, reverse back, I should say. I think I'd watch not that, but this. That 20-day day VWAP's going to pull up into here. Damn it. Six 689. Already traded 200 points, no 113. We said it's about 4 something. This would be really pushing it from an ADR perspective. Because full ADRs are up here.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, I got. Oh, yeah. ADR, so.
And it's at the tier 2 dotties as well on top of it. Like.
Yeah. Right on top.
YM. Shit, going out of order. That's right. YM, then do RTY. Paste that in the right room, right? Yeah. Is YM the strongest today? I guess you could almost make the case that YM's a little bit stronger than ES. No, maybe NQ and YM are close. It's got 170 points. NQ 40. Interesting. No, will today be the 892nd day that YM decides to touch the 50-day again? Full ADRs are down there by it, top of the box, and the 50-day. What else we got in here? Full ADRs were way up there towards the top, which would put WTG2 into play. It also thinks that monthly trend guide is in play. Trend guide reversal, excuse me.
What is the trend line from February
10th?
February 10th low?
Yep, that's
What's the other one?
just what I was thinking too. Lots of trend lines kind of putting trend guide into play for the day.
Right. That's not bad either with that 20-day there, so okay.
Yep, yeah, and there's a day VWAP from the 9th just slightly above the edge of that zone. trying to decide if there's like a need for a mini supply and demand type of, like, definitely keep struggling with this area here. Not wanting to really get above much. On an hourly basis, we've only gotten like a couple bars back here. This day, the 12th and 14th, we got a bunch through, but came back, retest, fail, fail, fail. I think I'm gonna take this guy down. I don't think I'd treat him that big. You're very welcome, man. Hope you're doing well. And probably drag this up to grab that, to do it like that. Which I think then means, based upon how this is gone, I'd do a zone here like this, right? No? Yes? What do you think?
It's just kind of way too close to that, to the actual train guide in the weekly, or TGR and the weekly train guide.
Yeah.
You know, I definitely see it. You know, we've gotten some massive responses from there.
Just treat it more as like watch price action.
Most likely,
Yeah.
watch price action. I definitely want to see here as well if we do hold this TSRP or even the trend guide zone, because that was a massive wick when we tried to break out or whatever from this little short time frame range.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we could set up with a trap.
349 to 553. 200 points.
Yeah, I don't know. That is a really nice zone, dude. But you wouldn't make that wider just to include that?
Yeah, we could. I mean, we could take and drag this down here a little bit, actually. And let me make sure I got candles off. And to go like that and just grab the overnight high.
Yeah. Like 50 points ish. I don't think that's too bad.
Yeah, huge amounts of stuff into. Most everything's in a 5 or 6. Aside of Netflix, which is strong, and Tesla, which has been strong.
Can you share that real quick?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, even a lot of the ETFs are over here, and you know, that stuff's gonna be kind of right in the middle of TSRP. And I mean, look at where VIX is too, right? VIX is just a piece of shit. It doesn't do anything.
We don't have any industrials on that list, so
No, we took off XLI. I can put it. I can add it on real quick. We don't have. We stopped doing the dotties for it, so.
right.
UVXY. so it won't have that stuff. I may add it back just so that we can track the OpEx piece.
Yeah, that'd be nice. So with it being right here, like on a kind of mid-range, 5, 6s, 4s, whatever, so we still have room. Basically, that's what it's telling us, right?
Yeah, so
Go higher.
I do a simple, just a real super simple calculation to say, all right, what is TGR, what is TG, and then I break it into tenths. So 0 is that last tenth, and 9 is the bottom tenth, to kind of give us a sense of how close it is.
So in simple terms, it's pretty much 5 would be increased at this point.
Yeah, 5 and 6. I mean, obviously it will vary based upon is R1 TG or TGR. Right, but yeah, I mean, if you're in that 5-6 area, you're getting into 0, 1, 2, even like you're up towards the upper end. If you're down in that 7, 8, 9, you're towards that lower side. So like NVIDIA, I don't have on the screen, but it's got to be getting really close. Same thing with AMD. It's got to be getting really close to its TG. TLT is getting down there close too, right? I mean, it's down there.
Yeah, I don't think I've got TLT in 2 days.
Copper looks like it's been super strong. I mean, it's already above.
Yeah, NVIDIA is below the intraday pivot point. We got lower and then kind of jumped up to it, and that's kind of, I guess, rejecting from below here. So, yeah.
And its earnings, if I remember, are next week for NVIDIA.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. Okay, gonna mark up YM here. I like to move that TG zone down to grab the overnight high. Which will adjust this one a little bit, but folks will be able to see that.
Oh no, because you have to. Okay, I got you. I was gonna say, since we widened up the TGR zone, why don't we widen up as well as the trend guide zone to include that weekly pivot point? But then there's also, I forgot about the dotties and the photo ADRs there, just below.
Yeah, you've got the look actually in this one, right, with day VWAP and the 20-day there. So, and it's 40 points to the bottom edge of this zone here. I mean, it's 40 points to the top edge of this one. And I expand the zone a little bit so that it shades it, so that you're not sitting there going, oh, no, I missed it, because you ticked it.
Got it.
I'm going to draw this like this so you can see the day VWAP there. That would be a super interesting one there, like I said, though. Like, how many times we've just been touching off this 50 back over here, and now it's that 50 is at the top of the box here. Sure, I guess you got that there. I think that's good for YM.
As of lately, so we have no closes under the 20, and then the one close that we got under the 20, we hit the 50 to the tick, and then closed right above the 20 again. Very interesting.
All right. RTY. What was he? I missed what he was telling us here. Indices gorgeous chunk from Hallmark is reverse. EG with massive pivot cluster up there. It was the same, almost to the tick, the same zone as the day before too. Like in the way the algo carves up the zones, it was almost exactly the same. I had to double check because you know, it's only a couple cents different here or there, something like that. Like, no way that's there's something wrong. And it was right. It was a little bit different, but trend guide moved up, but TGR stayed in that same area.
Right. Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, so RTY, I adjusted already this morning the ABCD down one to reflect kind of where it was peaking out overnight. I don't like this upside one as much anymore because of how how we've pulled back here. So I was thinking of just taking this off. I mean, it may come back and prove itself on the daily on kind of a bigger view here over here on the daily.
I still like the trend guide zone for today is still pretty nice. Look, we have some good responses from what day is this? The 7th? Yeah, the 7th. You get some nice wicks there, so it kind of matches up with that weekly pivot point, trend guide for today. So that would be a nice little zone, let's say, if we want to hold that to continue higher and keep that ABCD 100% valid. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder too if there's anything here. Doubt it. Oh wait, look at that. No, cuts through too much to me. Although, what's that? Hold on, I gotta get rid of this first.
The one that you just
Come on, Ninja. Oh, wait, might get taken down for copyright there. Can't repeat
What?
the Jeopardy song, you know.
I don't hear. It's just some certain songs that I hear the beat like. Uh-oh. What happened?
What?
I thought I saw an unknown exception.
Oh, it didn't like the, I clicked to go up in the template dialog, and then I clicked it again because it was taking forever. And by the time I decided to open up the second one, I'd already closed the window. So we dipped just a little bit below over here on this one, but I mean, it's not, to me, that's not terrible. Does feel a little curve-fitty on tacking it to this one here.
If you think about it, like the transfer trend line, I think it's still valid. Very valid.
So I don't know if I would treat this as two zones here. I'd probably just treat this as one.
Agreed.
I'd probably not treat it as a div at this point. I'd probably treat it like a zone.
So like from now, the 20-day 480Rs to the dotties.
Yep, so I'd probably drag this part down here a little bit. And it's probably going to keep going down, and then, come on.
Yeah, that's really nice. I don't know, man. I think I might just be way too worried.
And maybe actually treat it like that. Grab the rest of these wicks down here at the.
Yes, sir. And that's also, isn't that the FOMC loads as well?
It gets over here, yeah. It was the first, right?
Uh-huh. I believe so.
I don't use this that often, but since it's here... or you've probably used this more than I have, actually. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. I actually just took mine off yesterday. I had it on my charts and I'm just like, okay, I'm good with this. We just been over and under it.
Locked.
Yeah, but it looks clean on RTY.
RTY, yeah.
Yeah, but the other ones I took it off.
So then, actually, the question for this guy would be is, do you treat him to be like this and treat it as two separate? With the way RTY has wanted to respect the bottom edge of this zone. Treat it like that. And then this guy is a smaller zone with your tier 2 annual pivot point, because it doesn't have as... It's got some structure in here, but there's almost more recent, at least, over here. And this swing AV WAP's going to continue moving up.
Yeah, exactly.
It's interesting, this thing's actually been capped this week pretty well by TGR and TG. Alright, I think that is going to wrap that one.
Great.
No way in hell. This one, sorry, what's that?
Let's be right back.
Okay. I think I actually watched this in TSRP today. Keyboard plus pull up to include lower supply and demand structure. Okay, put that in here, and then we'll open up GC and CL. And for those ones, we're going to flip over to these ones because it's got the right pivot settings and whatnot. Which one we got loaded first? Gold. Let's go ahead and update him though, because it hasn't gotten any changes from overnight. Last updated at 9:23, so this will take a second, more than a second really. Yeah, I don't have copper loaded on the other screen. All right, you done here? Let's look at the outputs. Gold has not finished updating. Yeah, it has. Just hasn't updated this part. Alright, well I think we can take this ABCD off because we completed it yesterday. I don't think I would watch a zone like that. I would get rid of him. Probably not watch that guy like that, but probably take the trend guide. Zone down like that one. I'm definitely starting to get into some buy sides there. 50 days trying to reset, or has reset, I guess I should say. What else we got in here? It's our trend line. Right there. Oh, nice. Okay, Ninja, load. Do your job. Don't sit around and make us wait. Okay, so transfer trend line. That's sick. Alright, now the other question is, do we have anything here? Doing that spike up overnight to... Wow. So maybe take this one down a little bit just to grab the gap fill like that as opposed to being up so high. But still catch the edge of this more likely than not. 1818. Gonna grab these wicks over here. 1840. Actually, just do it like this. I think that's probably good for gold. I don't know I do a whole lot else here. There's definitely a bunch of things I don't think of pay attention to. I think that's pretty good though. It's 7 o'clock. Watch that with the top edge. Trend strength has been rejecting. Just don't want to lose sight of that. Big same zone as yesterday. We got rid of this guy.
Where are we at now, sir?
Gold.
Oh.
GC. So I drew a transfer trend line in here.
Okay, that looks nice.
Same zone as yesterday's we had, right? With annual pivot, weekly TGR. We did close the gap fill yesterday. End of week cheat still right there. We bounced off of, but we rejected pretty good off of trend strength reference point overnight, which sets up for, I didn't capture the wick correctly, but it sets up for an ABCD down that lines up with full ADRs, and depending upon how we trade it, would, you know, hit the bottom edge of that transfer trend line.
Yeah.
And this, if we came down here, I mean, that would be a bigger reset of both the 20 and the 50. And we're already resetting the 50 as we are. But that does a deeper reset of the 50 there too. And 1818 kind of puts it back in this structural range over here. Tie in too off of that November 3rd, so we did come back down there and kind of grab these ones, touch off of that, and then I wasn't going to bother marking these upside full dollar percentage wise. I mean, this would be, you start getting up to TGR, or sorry, trend guide here. Yeah, you've got these ones. I might as well mark them, I guess. They're there. Doesn't take me but 2 seconds.
I do like that.
Did I lose you?
There's also,
Oh, there you are.
The low of January 6th. That's pretty much. January 6th was a really massive day. Pretty much open at the low and closed really strong.
January 6th. Yeah. Yeah, that's a nice one in there. Which would actually, if we decided to do something, come back in here and grab that there. 1830 level. Same thing line up over here too. Is that kind of like your head and shoulders even here, right? Like left shoulder,
Oh,
big head. No, it's got to come way down here to corner my shoulder again, but
Was the thing or head and shoulder?
okay. Let's load up CL.
Man, I am still so salty about that CL trade yesterday.
Oh man, that was a nice entry you had there too.
So annoying. And noodle hands.
Well, and I didn't give my. You saw my GC from the journal.
Yeah.
I just. I tried to over anticipate and I didn't wait for it to hit the bottom of the zone, but I didn't want to wait either and then have it just hit the top end. So I guess you have to be a little bit more patient and give it more room because it dipped just a tad bit below on a div and it hit the stop on me.
Right. You got back in though and you took some chunks.
Yep. Yeah, I got it back in actually a couple of times and took some chunks on it, which was nice. Where is CL on here? Is it in the other window? No, there it is. Really, no updates, huh? Okay. Okay, I am getting rid of this ABCD down. It's just, and this one on the upside too is just too much. We have something here.
Yeah, so we hit the started pushing nicely, 30 cents pretty much from yesterday and could be up.
Oh, it did have some updates. 7.12 it updated. Okay, cool.
Hey, and you and ES digging deeper into the trade straight reference point zones?
Yep.
Apple still has a little bit of room, just shy. Let's see, Amazon.
AMD's dipping into the lower edge, starting to get real close to its trend guide. SMH still has room. Nvidia still has room. Is that right? Tesla's still way up by its TGR. It's got ARC way up by its TGR as well. Looks like VIX is still pushing too. Why does that look off to me?
It looks off,
I'm just double checking the pivots. Those CME we said. Those are the right pivots.
Tesla's pretty much testing the shorter time frame breakout retest. The highs from February 9th.
Alright, we said it was like 2.5 to 4. So it's kind of range on a Thursday. We're testing the upper edge of that trend line that's been falling. We dipped a little bit above it the other day, touching it earlier. That's going to be interesting. Where is that guy? He's right there too, right? Yeah, Dave Ewop from back over here is right about where we're at now. Okay, that's not bad. So, no way that'd be a massive move after we've already gone $1.50. I don't really care for these downside zones that much, actually. Lower edge supply and demand and a weak cheat. That's way down further. So this is the first one. So yeah, I almost really want to combine it, I think. And if you fail that, grab the bottom edge. And the next one, and a weak cheat.
Yep, just did like the lows to the top end of. Oh, yeah, you have different supply movements. Okay. Wow. Pretty good. Yeah. I like the pretty much like what is this? Yesterday's lows? Yeah, yesterday's lows to the low on 14. So I'm gonna take that trend guide. I see.
So-
You're good.
I think you were looking at pretty much the same thing. I was just coming down and grabbing the, like
Yeah,
that.
you're grabbing the dies down there in 40 yards.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
And kind of ignoring this photo ADR, because that's why it's picking up this top edge of the zone here, is because of the photo ADR.
And that would be a gift if we get down there again.
Yeah. No, I just highlighted the wrong zone. This is the one I want to do. And then this one. And then I'm not going any lower than that. And then you got this here. I lost my rectangle select. Like that. All right, 10 minutes. Was it building permits? I forget what the thing was.
I thought it was PPI, is it not?
Yeah, it's PPI and building permits, housing starts. Permits slash housing starts. All right, man. I think that's it. A little bit faster today. Still really good. Got anything else?
Just wish you a fantastic day, man.
Thanks.
Make this a great one.
Thanks, you too. Let's crush it, and we'll chat later.
Sounds good, bro. Take
Cool.
care.
Thanks, man. You too, Ben. All right, folks, that will do it for today. We're going to wrap this one up. I'm not sure if we had anybody on, but hopefully these are continuing or will be proving fruitful to folks. Again, kind of walking through and highlighting what and how we use the tools at Midnight Brands to visualize where the different zones are, get an idea of where we might execute for the day based upon where confluence evidence shapes up. So we will catch y'all later.